Hey guys, and welcome to Control Alt Success. If you're watching this, you might have gotten on my Fast Track email course, or maybe you've just asked for a recommendation on how to get traffic. And at the end of the day, traffic really is the bread and butter of anything when it comes to marketing online. If you have no traffic looking at your product, you're not going to make any money, because no eyes seeing your product means no sales get made. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to talk a little about how to advertise with Twitter. And a lot of people do solo ads, a lot of people try to advertise on Facebook or do co-ops or pay-per-view or pay-per-click or banner ads. But I find personally Twitter advertising is actually really effective. And my main argument is because everybody looking and engaging in your advertisement on Twitter are actually live people that obviously aren't fake. They're not submitting a fake email address or anything along those lines. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go into Twitter, and this is how you actually find your Twitter ad account. So let me log in here, and if you look at right here, there's a little cog, and if I click that cog, there's a Twitter ads link right there. So I'm going to click that. And now you'll notice that the Twitter ads come up. Now, I can go into a lot more of an in-depth conversation or an in-depth detailed guide of how everything works, but let me try to sum things up because I don't want to make this too long. I don't want it to bore you, for example. Essentially, when you create a new campaign, you're not actually, if you've never done Twitter ads, you're never going to see any of this right now. Your first thing is you're going to want to click on New Campaign. So before we start a new campaign, which I'm going to do, I want to go into a quick little rundown of how everything works. When you see impressions, what impressions means is it's the amount of people that the ad has been shown to. Okay, it's not the amount of people logging in or clicking your link. It's just the amount of people that have been been online when your ad was there and they could have seen it or clicked it. Engagements is kind of the equivalent of clicks. It's how many people actually clicked the link or clicked your tweet to kind of see what it was all about. And then of course spend is how much you've spent within the last XYZ amount of time. And up here in the right hand corner you'll see there's actually a time frame, and I can adjust that and all that stuff. So I'm going to load up my calculator here and tell you why it is so incredibly effective. Because, let me grab my calculator. There we go. So if you look at that, in the last March 14th to March 28th, though in the last 2 weeks, I've spent about $102, and I've gotten 471 engagements, or 471 clicks. Now, typically, most solo ads and stuff like that, you're usually looking at about 50 to 75 cents or 40 to 75 cents per click. All right, so for everybody that's clicking your link, you're paying about 40 cents. So if I take 471 and I divide that by 102, I did that wrong. Let's try that again. 102 divided by 471. That's 21 cents, or essentially rounding up 22 cents per click. I can also right here look at my spend metrics. And if I look at my total spend metrics and you look at all of my campaigns that I've done, I actually have the ECPE is essentially my estimated spending rate per click. So like this one, for example, is a little higher. It's 47 cents. This one's 28 cents. There's some that haven't, that have been paused. But like there's one on here that got 32 cents, 26 cents, and I'm essentially getting an incredibly cheap amount of traffic, all right? And you can even target it even more to get even better traffic. So what I'm going to do is we're going to create a new campaign, and why it's important. So I'm going to click Create a New Campaign. A window is going to pop up. It's going to give you two options. One is going to be to promote your actual profile. So in Twitter, this is one of my Twitter accounts, and in Twitter, if you look at who to follow right here, it's actually telling you, hey, who to follow: Twitter ads, Explorer B2B, Jay Kubasek. Now, these are actually people that are advertising their profile for you to click. So that is an amazing way to generate more followers, people that are like-minded that want to talk to you. And but right now what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk more about how to get traffic to your site or traffic to your squeeze page. So I'm going to choose reach more people with your tweets. So I'm going to click new promoted tweets campaign. Now, when this loads up, obviously most of this is pretty self-explanatory. So for the sample of this, I'm going to say fast track demo, just because this is primarily made for the fast track email course that I have. And when do you want to run this campaign? Start immediately, run continuously, or customize start and end dates. Most of the time you're going to want to start immediately and run continuously. For customized start and end dates, that's more along the lines if you have a limited offer or you're doing a webinar and it's a limited time, you can specify that. So that's kind of how that works. So I'm going to click on start immediately, run continuously. And under targeting, it's asking to choose your primary method of targeting. This is actually really nice because you can search by keywords, by interests and followers, or by a tailored audience. Now what I do personally is I like to do keywords, and the reason being is because when somebody's searching on Twitter and they use one of those keywords, your tweet is going to show up as a promoted tweet. So it's going to be more geared towards what they're looking for. But the key thing about this is what kind of keywords to use. All right, what kind of keywords are actually a viable keyword? Well, there's a difference between a shopping keyword and a good keyword. Shopping keywords, for example, would be make money online, how to make money, online business, work from home. Those are shopper keywords, and what those mean is they're people that aren't really necessarily going to buy anything. They're just kind of curious. They're just kind of wanting to know a little bit more. So if you want to promote a blog post that's teaching you how to make money online, sure, by all means, but those are really high volume search words, and what that means is that you're going to actually pay more per click or per engagement to get that. So with that said, keywords that work, that are good, is, for example, multi-level marketing companies. So Amway would be a great keyword. Avon would be a great keyword. We have Empower Network is a great keyword, because these are people that are most likely they're either in a multi-level marketing company, or they're looking to join a multi-level marketing company. So they are interested, they are committed, they are focused and passionate about trying to make money online. Another good example of keywords are marketers that are actually very, very popular. So for example, Jonathan Budd, he's an incredibly popular marketer. We got Mark Hoverson. We got Vince Reed. We have Ray Higdon. We got Matt Lloyd. We have John Chow, and some other marketers or some other keywords that might be good is depending on what you want to promote, depending on maybe a blog post, a specific blog post you're doing, maybe trying to get more traffic. You can say how to get more blog traffic. That's a good keyword. Maybe generating more followers. Make money with, no, that's not a good keyword. So we'll keep these for now because you guys got a general idea. Something that I'd recommend, if there's a website called MLM Rankings, and if you just go into Google and type that, MLM Rankings, this first site that pops up actually shows you a lot of the most top MLM companies out there. So this is a great opportunity. Like, so Beachbody is one. So actually we could go in here, and Beachbody is more of a fitness, but it's people that are looking at making money or improving their life. So we'll use that as a keyword. So now what we're going to go to is we're going to go into choose all of the locations you want to reach. Now depending on where you are, it might make sense to choose that area. But for me personally, I'm from the United States. I typically don't want people from countries that don't necessarily speak English, right? You know, they might know English, but I also don't want to have a huge language barrier. So what I choose is I always choose the United States as one of the countries. I choose United Kingdom as another one. I could even choose Ireland, but I think Ireland's part of the United Kingdom, but I'm not sure. I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. Canada is a good one, and we'll just choose those for now. The next time is customize where promoted tweets appear. Well, users' timelines and search results. You can choose both of those. And limiting target to certain devices and platforms. This is actually a very important lesson. And the reason being is because 75 to 80% of the people on Twitter are actually looking at it through their phone. But that doesn't mean that the people that you want to engage should be on their phone. So maybe your website's not mobile optimized, and it's a pro tip, you definitely need to have a mobile optimized site. But for example, maybe I want people, my campaign, I want people to add me to Skype. So I want people to click a link and go to a profile or a blog post that I'm talking about that asks them to add me to Skype. Chances are they don't have Skype on their mobile phone. And if they do, I'm not sure if the link to add me to Skype really works that way. So I'm going to limit my people to just desktop and laptop computers. This is going to target people that are on a computer like you or I looking at Twitter. Okay? Limit targeting by gender. I obviously leave this at any gender because any gender wants to make money and wants to improve their life, but maybe you're selling feminine products or maybe you're selling supplements for bodybuilding for males, etc. You obviously want to target male only. And limit targeting by excluding list audiences. This is more of an advanced thing, which you don't need to worry about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here, which now says tweets. Now this is where you're actually choosing yourself to, or you're choosing which tweet you're going to promote. And on average, you want to try to have 2 to 3 tweets to promote. For your first time, maybe just choose one, but I always try to get 3 tweets. And these are tweets you've already done or tweets that you want to customize just for that. So if I click available tweets at this tab, and I look at all the tweets that I've done, step-by-step guides to make money online, make me giggle, here's why. So that's one tweet I want to do, and this link here actually takes me to my blog. It's just an example here. So there's one of my blog posts that I made. Okay, so that tweet that has a little link. Multitasking is an awful idea, so I'll choose that one. And then 10 myths about making money online. I had one right here. That's a 2-part series, so that's a good opportunity for people to go to that website and actually click my next page of my part 2 of that series. So I hope this so far is making sense. We've selected our 3 tweets, and now we go into budget. Now, a typical budget, you can put whatever you want, but be reasonable. Like I usually, for starting, especially when you're starting out, I put a good budget of 10 to 20 bucks. So let me put my budget at $20 and set my daily maximum to 10, because I maybe want to run this for 2 days or 2 to 5 days, and a $10 daily maximum should at least get me, 20 to 30 people or more, sometimes 100 people to actually click my link. And then enter the maximum amount you are willing to spend per engagement. Even though it has suggested bid right here, it says $1.50 to $2.20, always just put $1. And then I'll show you what to do afterwards. And then I click save and launch immediately. And what it does, it verifies all of my details, verifies all my settings, and makes sure it works. And boom, I have now created my ad. It's now going to start running. It usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes for you guys to start seeing engagements. But here's something I want to talk about, a little trick, because that's now running. If I go to my ads, and notice how I have a fast or a blog post one, it's still running. If I look at my spend metrics, I'm on average spending 47 cents. That's the average. So if I go into my blog post and I edit that, I'm just going to click Edit Campaign. Something that you can do to save yourself a little bit of money. Now, keep in mind, it's also going to factor in on how many engagements people get. The higher your bid, the more people see it, the more people click on it. But ultimately, it doesn't make sense cost-wise to do it that way. So what I do is I look at my total maximum average click that I'm spending on. It was 47 cents. So what I did, it started at $1. And then it'll actually say your bid is in the 60th percentile. Reach more users by raising your bid. Increase your bid to $1.50. Well, honestly, I don't want to do that. But it also tells me my poorest performer is this one right here. So I don't even have to use that one anymore. So I'm going to replace that one. My top performer is why multitasking is an awful idea. So what else could I use? I could do a simple exercise to overcoming limiting beliefs. So I'm getting rid of one of them and doing that one because it says this one's the top performer, so obviously I don't want to get rid of it. Simple exercise to overcoming limiting beliefs and the 10 myths about making money online. I choose that, and I'm just going to keep my maximum amount to 40 cents. Because remember, it said the maximum bid was 47 cents. It was originally at $1 for me, but what I'm going to do now, since I'm average spending 47 cents, I'm going to change this to 50 cents. And I'm going to click Save and Exit. And now I've just updated that. So now it's going to update my spending rate. I'll probably improve my impressions and get all that stuff there. Now here are a couple... We're going to finish here, but here are a couple disclaimers. Number one, and please, please understand this. You could get banned if you do not follow this. Do not have a link that goes directly to a squeeze page. Do not do that. If you're trying to promote on Twitter, do not say, click here to make money online, and people click a link and it takes them to a squeeze page for them to opt in. You will get shut down. And it's very difficult to get your account back. Some people do get it back, some people don't. So if you want to sabotage your marketing endeavor on Twitter, by all means do that, but do not do that. For example, what I do, when you look at one of my, we'll just go to a step-by-step guide to success, it's actually taking it to my blog post, which has value. It has that value, but I also have a call to action. Add me on Skype. Here's my number. Give me a call. It also has related posts that take them to all different titles of related posts. It also has up here, add me on Skype. And it also has my newsletter right here that people can subscribe to. So the key is to get somebody to an article or a blog post with a lot of call to action on it. Don't make it too gaudy, don't make it too crazy, but it gives you a lot of call to action. So if people read this and they find value in it and they say, hey, this guy actually knows what he's talking about, now you have a bunch of opportunity for them to reach out and contact you. And that, my friend, is a lead that is very easy to close because it's somebody finding value in you, thinking that you have integrity and trusting you for you to give them suggestions on how to improve your life. So with that said, I hope that helps. I hope this video was of value, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.